Good day, and welcome to the Lilly Roddy Show, coming to you from the LRS studios here in Houston, Texas. So glad you're here to look at the upcoming week. Neptune does go stationary direct on the 16th, Sunday. This will help us work on being more compassionate and re-stimulating the whole Obamacare debates. Don't be surprised. There is one long void of course moon on Wednesday, so plan ahead. And we are having some really cold weather here in Houston. Brr. It's almost the weather we get in January. Also, we have a new moon in Sagittarius on Saturday that will really help usher in the Thanksgiving season. And if you would like to contact me for a personal session, you can reach me at lilyroddyshow@aol.com, lilyroddyshow.com, or find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest. And of course, at the end of the show, please take some time to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now, let's see what's going on for November the 16th through November the 22nd. Sunday, November the 16th, the moon transits Virgo, the sign of compassion and dedication for the entire day. We start off with the moon trines Pluto at 12:52 a.m. We're exploring our memories and connecting them to current behavioral patterns in our lives. A very good night for symbolic dreaming. Essentially, pay attention to the symbols in your dreams. Neptune goes stationary direct at 1:06 a.m. on Sunday morning. This is the part of the yearly cycle that all of the outer planets go through. Over the last few years, Neptune has gone stationary direct in November and stationary retrograde in June. Neptune expands our consciousness beyond our daily struggles on the planet. She invites us to look into the deepest part of ourselves, our sense of spiritual connection, and to awaken us from the illusions in our lives. She wakes us up from the mist of Saturn and allows us to feel and to be a part of the whole. As Neptune goes direct, we'll be able to see beyond the veil of lies. Another pretty heavy-duty aspect, Mercury sextiles Pluto at 7:55 a.m. Today, we're more intellectually curious about what makes things work. These are great energies for analyzing the functions of your company or your relationship and making better use of your own resources. These energies are very good for doing research, any type of detective work, or getting to the bottom of a very difficult topic. Words have more power with this aspect. And this energy, Mercury sextile Pluto, is in effect all day. The moon trines Mars at 9:18 a.m. Not only is our brain working well today, but we have a lot of positive energy that is adding to our new level of self-confidence this morning. It's a great time to start a new project or to enter in a playful competition. Playful is the key word there. Venus enters Sagittarius, the explorer, at 1:04 p.m. She'll be in Sagittarius until December 16th. Venus is going to be a lot more playful with her journey through Sagittarius. She likes to be around people and wants to share what she knows as well as learn from others. Her passage through Sagittarius will bring some optimism to us all. Monday, November the 17th. The moon continues in industrious Virgo as our morning begins. She is void, of course, from 5:11 a.m. until 1:30 p.m. When the moon enters Libra, the afternoon is a much better time for having more flow in your agenda. The moon sextiles the sun at 3:26 a.m. Generally, this is a great aspect for almost any kind of activity. This should also make this a very good night for sleeping. The moon sextiles Saturn at 5:11 a.m. We're off to an industrious start this morning. It's a great time to be getting your agenda ready for the whole day. We are clear-headed and realistic. The moon is now void of course at 5:11 a.m. through most of the day. Stick to the agenda that you set up this morning. The moon enters socially conscious Libra at 1:30 p.m. This will help us all feel more connected. And in the afternoon, the moon sextiles Venus at 4:19 p.m. These are great energies for dealing with relationships, any types of negotiations, lawsuits, or just enjoying a glass of wine with someone special. Tuesday, November the 18th, the moon resides in Libra, the sign that seeks compromise all day. The sun conjunct Saturn at 2:50 a.m. This aspect has been having an effect on us for the last couple of days and will continue to have an effect on us for the next couple of days. Essentially, the ego meets social judgment. This is definitely a time when we are all reassessing where we are, where we're going, and what we're doing to fix the things that are not right. Saturn tends to push our consciousness toward improvement and redefining what's really important in our lives. Because of that, she only tends to look at what we haven't done yet. Make sure you include your whole history so that you can get a sense of success and allow that to motivate you to larger, new, long-term goals. Saturn can be very positive if you're willing to work with her. The moon squares Pluto at 12:39 p.m. We're feeling emotionally edgy this afternoon. You'll be particularly sensitive if you're not treated fairly or equally this afternoon. This can be a great time to go to the therapist and talk about your relationship. And our last aspect of the day, the moon opposes Uranus at 3:03 p.m. We're all looking for the escape hatch at mid-afternoon. Although we will try to be polite and socially correct, our tolerance levels are very low this afternoon. Keep your dance card open in case you need a quick exit. Find something that you like to do and avoid the drama altogether. That's always the best plan. Wednesday, November the 19th. The moon continues in airy Libra as our morning begins. The moon goes void of course at 8:25 a.m. and doesn't enter Scorpio until 11:31 p.m. on Wednesday evening. This means that the moon is void of course for most of the workday. Take care of the work you have on hand, and this can be a really productive day. Very early in the morning, the moon squares Mars at 12:30 a.m. Normally, this is a great energy for confronting an issue or working out at the gym. It's not the best for sleeping. However, it's a good night for online gaming if you can't sleep. The moon sextiles Jupiter at 8:25 a.m. We start out our morning feeling upbeat and positive about the outcome of the day. This is really a great time for any sort of early business or community meetings. Of course, the moon now goes void, of course, in Libra at 8:25 a.m. until 11:31 p.m. when she enters Scorpio. During the void, of course, time, we are more focused on our relationships and our interaction with those around us. Pay attention to that during this void, of course, time. And finally, the moon does enter the watery depths of Scorpio at 11:31 p.m. and the moon is no longer void. Thursday, November the 20th, the moon continues through Scorpio, the detective, for the entire day. The moon trines Neptune at 8:31 a.m. We're having a slow start this morning. Our emotional needs are strong, and they may outweigh whatever plans or agenda that we've set up for today. Have that extra pastry. In 100 years, who will know? And really, who will care? In the morning, Venus squares Neptune at 8:56 a.m. This aspect will make us want to take the day off for our mental health day. With this combination of planets, we're not clear about our purpose, our direction, or even what we really want. It's a great time to explore the deeper aspects of ourself through meditation, yoga, or any type of personal spiritual exploration. We are much more sensitive than usual and are going to take things totally personal. If you have to work, keep your agenda light. This aspect is in effect for the next couple of days, and that's this Venus square Neptune. The moon sextiles Pluto at 9:32 p.m. We're feeling more grounded this evening, but we're still in a bit of a retreat. Choose your company carefully. This could be a great evening if you can share this time with a friend and have a good talk and a good cry. Friday, November the 21st. The moon continues in resolute Scorpio all day, although she does become void, of course, at 11:53 p.m. in the evening. We start our day off very strong. Mercury sextiles Mars at 8:01 a.m. This aspect should really help us to feel more invigorated and more connected to our daily activity. We are more chatty than usual, and because of that, this is a great time for any type of sales, personal presentation, or teaching a class. We're trying to make the best use of our time, energy, and efficiency. These energies could be perfect for a trade show. This aspect, Mercury sextile Mars, is in play for the next couple of days. The moon sextiles Mars at 12:02 p.m. Our energy levels continue to rise while we're feeling more confident and self-empowered this lunchtime. This is a good time to start new projects or deal with things you've been putting off. The moon conjuncts Mercury at 12:19 p.m. Our communication skills are on the rise this afternoon. These energies are wonderful for having to sell yourself or your services. We can be a bit too chatty with this aspect. Try to keep yourself on topic. The moon squares Jupiter at 4:18 p.m. Time for a change up in your afternoon schedule. We need to be in a casual environment where we can just be ourselves. It's a great evening for going out with coworkers and having a drink. The moon conjuncts Saturn at 11:53 p.m. This is a good time to be at home and having to be responsible for no one but yourself. I think that's a good Moon-Saturn version. The moon is now void, of course, at 11:53 p.m. until Saturday morning at 6:19 a.m. when Luna enters Sagittarius. Okay, let's see if we can make it here. Saturday, November the 22nd. The moon starts the day void, of course, in Scorpio, but will enter fiery Sagittarius by the time our work day begins at 6:19 a.m. This morning, the sun enters the sign of Sagittarius at 3:38 a.m. for approximately the next 30 days. We'll be working to expand our conscious view of reality. We're open to new ideas and interested in breaking down false myths and prejudices. Typically, this is a good time for travel, educational processes, or social justice. The moon enters Sagittarius at 6:19 a.m. and is no longer void, of course. And then we have the moon conjunct the sun at 6:32 a.m. Moon conjunct the sun, this is our new moon in Sagittarius. It's a great way to start our day with a strong, energetic flow. We should hit the ground running this morning. Be sure to put playtime on your schedule. In the afternoon, the moon squares Neptune at 2:51 p.m. This is a good time to take a break in the day. We are much more emotionally sensitive at this time, so choose your company carefully. Just getting out of the office and walking around the block can be immensely helpful with this moon square Neptune. In the evening, the moon conjuncts Venus at 8:17 p.m. Now this is a great evening for a date or being with someone special. We all need creature comforts, and this is one of those times. It's also a great evening for a drive to the beach or to the country. And our final aspect of the day, Mercury squares Jupiter at 10:43 p.m. This combination of planets helps to keep our energy upbeat and at the same time opening us up to different options. This can be a great time for long-term planning or seeing the bigger picture. We can be overwhelmed by the details with this connection of the planets. Keep your goals clear and you won't veer off topic. Generally, we're all feeling more open and ready to communicate our personal philosophies. We want to share our ideals to help make the world a better place. This aspect is in effect for the next couple of days. Make sure you take some time to get away from your routines to enhance your perspective of the larger picture. Well, that's all we have for this week. I know it seemed we had a long show. There's a lot to say. But thank you for joining me this week, November the 16th through the 22nd, 2014, and allowing me to share my astrological views of the world. Join me next week when we will cover Thanksgiving week. If you have any questions or would like a personal session with me, please don't hesitate to email me here at LillyRoddyShow@AOL.com. This is the Lilly Roddy Show coming to you from the LRS studios here in Houston, Texas, reminding you to keep those stars in your eyes. Bye-bye. See you next week.